When I was researching for this conversation, and the attempt of our podcast Inside Out is to see if we can get to know people inside out and not ask them the usual questions that we ask them in the daily grind of journalism. And the intriguing thing is that while doing a Google search on, finding interesting things about you, I find a Quora question. And the question says, why does Shashi Tharoor use big words? And there's no actual intelligent, explicable answer to this. So why do you?
Because I'm not sure I actually do. Look, this whole thing started, as you remember, when I lost my cool with a certain unnamed, unpleasant television anchor and accused him of a Farrago, of distortions, misrepresentations,
he who shall not be named.
Lies, exactly, yes. And outright lies. By a showman masquerading as a journalist, 2 words to that effect. The Farrago is apparently what triggered it off, because suddenly in an hour's time, there was a bewildered tweet from the Oxford English Dictionary asking why suddenly, for no particular reason that they could understand, 1 million Indians were searching for the meaning of the word Farrago. And they said never in the history of the Oxford English Dictionary had more than 6 or 7 people looked up this word. So they wanted to know why. And that's how this whole saga started. I remember, for whatever reason, this is a word, by the way, that I had used frequently in debates in St. Stephen's College. It wasn't exactly an unknown word, but clearly it had fallen out of common use, because the next thing I knew was that this particular word had captured various people's imagination. There was a whole bunch of accounts being opened by people calling themselves so-and-so Farrago and so on, and Officer Farrago, and varying variations on those themes. I was being dubbed Mr. Farrago by others. And suddenly this became something to do with my choice of vocabulary, whereas I always prided myself on being a communicator. Mm-hmm. And if you want to communicate, you speak language that people can understand, otherwise you don't get your message across. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, what do? I may as well, turn this to my advantage. If this is the image I'm going to be given, I'll try and make something positive out of it. So I remember not too long after we had a particular episode when a certain chief minister who had run for elections as an ally of ours turned tail or switched sides and hopped over to the dark side, as it were, in his state. So I just tweeted another large word. I wrote word of the day, snollygoster, first used 1848, definition, shrewd, unprincipled politician, latest use in India today. I didn't mention his name, I didn't mention his state, I didn't mention the circumstances, but everyone knew what I was talking about. I've been very amused since to see the word actually popping up in other people's political articles about India. So it sort of found its place. And then, of course, the crowning moment came when my publishers, as I was about to release my book, The Paradoxical Prime Minister, asked me to tweet about its availability. And I thought, just one more tweet about a book coming out when every author is publicizing their book is not going to make much of an impact. So why don't I play along with the same old big word thing? And I tweeted, this book, The Paradoxical Prime Minister, is more than just a 400-page exercise in floxinosin nihilipilification.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.